Alright my friends, it's time to talk about the good stuff, the bread and butter, the chimichangas, the eating tacos from Mexico levels of awesomeness on Doom Eternal. Lately, the Doom community has been blessed by its software. With update 6.66 being out for quite some time, it basically shined a new light onto the game, with Horde mode and the two new master levels being the highlights of it. It's awesome to see that the quick switching cocaine addicts have been spoiled a lot recently by its software, and I hope they keep bringing this type of content updates in the future. But there's one thing that I absolutely despise with all of my heart, and that is that you haven't joined my Patreon page. Do it now. If you do, you'll have a chimichanga. All jokes aside, I hate that we, the lore nerds, the librarians, the adeptus administratum of the Doom community have been left in the dark essentially. And I am not here to demand something like new lore from its software. Of course not. I'm not a goddamn asshole. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and give its software some ideas on what stories within the Doom universe they should tell or focus on. Look, my guy and gal, if you like Doom, leave a huge like right now, and if you are not subscribed, do it as well. Let's see if we can reach 200k subscribers before the end of the year. Enjoy the video. If one thing is certain, is that a lot of people played and play Doom because of its unrelenting gameplay. You feel powerful, fast, unrelenting, just like a god. The God of War. The power fantasy Doom provides is definitely one of the very best in gaming. Yet, in recent times, 70 years ago to be exact, Doom had a shift of priorities. Instead of being just pure combat, its software decided to build and tell a comprehensible story with Doom 3. In the present, Doom 3 is seen as one of the best and the more unique in the franchise, despite its clear shift in tone and gameplay design. But in the past, it was quite the opposite. Anyhow, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people are still stuck in the 90s, thinking that Doom should have never had a story written into it. And when you try to argue with those people, they will just quote John Carmack and call it a day. Maybe this was fine in the past, but the industry has evolved. Nowadays, people want to be entertained by the gameplay and be invested with the story and characters. What John Carmack said in the past has no validity in the present. I still wonder to this day how gaming would be if Half-Life wasn't created. Doom having a story, lore, and expanding universe definitely adds and enhances the experience. It's one thing to kill demons without knowing who you really are, to killing demons and knowing why the character you play as is able to kill them and why he hates them. With that being said, let's talk about the stories in the lore of Doom that its software should definitely develop in the future with novels, comic books, any form of literature. If I fail to mention something that you would like to see, please let me know down below in the comment section. Let's get into it. Number 1. How Doomguy actually got to Origin the Nerve. This is a story within the lore that is very vague. When Doomguy closed the portal to hell from the inside, he just wandered mindlessly while killing demons for who knows how long. In the last chapter of Doom 64, a level that connects directly with Doom Eternal, Doomguy kills a sister resurrector and goes through a gate. After that, he just appeared in Sentinel Prime, with no explanation as to how he got there. This text alludes to the fact that it was the sister resurrector or an unknown entity that pulled Doomguy outside of hell and onto Origin the Nerve. But before Doomguy arrived to the planet, the demons had never set foot in it. His coming was the planet's demise, and it is quite a mystery. How was Doomguy able to pass through the gate and go to Origin the Nerve if in the past the demons in hell had no access to the planet? It is still a mystery. Number 2. Doomguy's time in Origin the Nerve as a sentinel soldier. I think this story has the most potential, my friends. I would love to see this story being made as a spin-off game, but I think that is very unlikely to happen, seeing as how its software has mentioned and said about the fact. To be honest, this story is basically an isekai from anime. Doomguy gets sent to another world filled with magic, dragons, ogres, magical runes, magical spears, instruments, weapons, and angels. It is basically Berserk. Anyhow, Doom Eternal describes this story on a surface level. Only the important parts are left in. Yet, essentially, before getting entombed in hell, Doomguy spent years, even decades as a sentinel soldier, and even more as the deity known as the Slayer. He went from being an outlander, a soldier with no rights, to basically the most important warrior and person in the Sentinel society. This story also touches very serious political themes. Because of his power, the Slayer was granted the rank of king. Yet, the High Council of the government wanted to use the Slayer and his powers to colonize other planets. Of course, the Slayer, being what he is, denied the council of their wishes and said no. He knew only one thing, and one thing only, and that was to kill Demonkin. If id Software was to make a novel from Doom Eternal, this should be the story they should focus on. No questions asked. Number 3. The Invasion of Hell on Earth. Once again, this is a story that Doom Eternal barely touches upon and explains. Somewhere between Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, shit hit the fan on the planet, and the demonic invasion began on Earth. It is never truly explained how the invasion began exactly. We only know about surface level stuff. What was Ground Zero, the origin of the invasion, which is believed to be the Super Gornest, and what Samuel Hayden did to aid the allied nations. Other than that, there's no info on the many events that transpired at the time, like who exactly left Samuel Hayden to pieces, the resistance, etc. Instead of just explaining what happened when the demons invaded, this story should be told, or could be told, from the perspective of a soldier, a human that survived the entire demonic invasion from start to finish. There's this concept art of Doom Eternal that has always intrigued me. It shows the point of view of a soldier holding a Gatling gun, shooting at the horde of demons with an iconic figure in the background, fighting alongside human soldiers and night sentinels. I think a story of the demonic invasion being told from the perspective of a human soldier would be awesome. It will basically be the original Doom 4 that was cancelled. In my head, it sounds amazing. The reason I am making this video is because I dream on the day where id Software begins expanding the lore of Doom with novels, comic books, maybe a movie, an anime, I have no idea. Halo, Warhammer 40k, Gears of War, God of War, they all do that. Stories that cannot be made into a video game are told in other forms of media. And well, I hope Doom gets that kind of treatment eventually. I know for a fact that it's going to be awesome. But anyways, my friends, thanks for watching. It's okay, mouse buttons, please let me know what do you think about this video. Then in the comment section, leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked the video. It is completely fine. Besides what YouTube is telling you, I want you to dislike the video if you didn't like it. I want to know why you disliked the video and how many dislikes are on my videos. I want that information to be public. Come on YouTube, what the hell are you doing? In the subject of expanding the lore of Doom with novels, comics, etc., Doom is now owned by Microsoft, and the universe of Doom is still very tiny. It's a little baby. It can be expanded upon extensively. I have a ton of ideas for backstories, characters, facts of the universe, endings, etc, etc. So if id Software ever needs someone to write the mythos of Doom, or someone to write like a story, I am the guy. I am pretty confident on my skills, to be honest. I think I have very good ideas that would fit the Doom universe perfectly. But anyways, my friends, have an awesome Friday, stay safe, stay home, adios, bye.